Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for October 12th. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair surged to the upside, had a huge range today. We are looking for this pair to potentially go as high as 78.15, possibly as low as 75.95. Look for some resistance around 77.50 and look for some support around 76.90. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair closed higher during today's session. We are looking for it to potentially go up and hit some resistance around 138.50, possibly moving down and hitting support around 136.90. Now the pound US dollar pair, it surged to the upside as well. Overall still moving sideways. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 159.34, possibly as low as 154.61. Look for some resistance to the upside around 158.00 and look for some support around 156.65. And the US Swiss, this pair closed to the downside, ran into previous support, pretty strong support. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 0.9182, possibly as low as 0.8783. Look for some resistance around 0.9000 and look for some support around 0.8915. Now, as far as news analysis go, we have the German Consumer Price Index for September being released at 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, that will affect the euro. Consensus on that is that it has held at 2.6%. They're also showing that the Bank of the European Central Bank is publishing their October monthly report at 4 a.m. Eastern. Of course, no consensus given on that. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, the Chinese are releasing their Consumer Price Index for September. Consensus on that is that it's dropped, but just by a little bit, from 6.2% to 6.1%. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, if you back out on the day time frame, US Swiss just a little bit. You can back out a little more. If you draw a trend line off of our lows here that we had, and you bring it up to here, so we've touched it 1, 2, and possibly a third time. But let's zoom in a little bit, get a closer look. We had hit an area of pretty strong support today. Excuse me. You can see here it was resistance at one point, support on these those three sessions, and became support again during today's session. So if we get a break to the downside, I do believe if we can get a break below the 0.8913 mark, that we could push lower. Now the real test is going to be when it hits the 0.8900. You may want to wait until it gets down. You'd be giving up about 13 pips, but if you want to ensure that this thing's going to run, make sure it gets below the to basically the 0.8899 level and look for it to run down to here. The interesting thing about where that meets, right about here, we have an area again of previous support and resistance, support. So as we see this come through, I believe that we'll break through this area and come on down for about a 200 pip move. Today's move was almost 200 pips worth of movement, so we could very well do it in this next session. I hope that helps. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.